Have you ever lost all respect for someone? Like you don't hate them, but you don't feel the need to say anything to them anymore? It's not about hating them, but realizing their actions don't match my values. When that happens, I find it best to distance myself to keep my peace. It's important to focus on relationships that are respectful and positive. Staying involved with someone who has lost my respect can be draining. I prefer to spend time with people who make me feel good and help me grow in a positive way.
Yo. What's up? What's going on, y'all? What's happening, man? It's the New Breed 313 Sports and the 313 The New Breed Real Talk. Um, Coming at y'all, man. Unfortunately, at this sad time, the passing of the wrestler, ECW legend Sabu. Um, man, I was hurt when I heard about this story, man, because I know he was going through a lot of health problems and stuff, and he was wrestling to pay some of his medical bills and stuff like that. Which respect is due, and the way medical is in wrestling, it's like a lot of them know that these wrestlers is doing these type of things, and these wrestlers know that they do it too. There's always a high risk. That's why they call it high risk. But man, I think you know wrestling should really compensate in these wrestlers' bills, man, and making sure they good. Um, and I respect the ECW. I know a lot of guys that was in ECW respected ECW management, so on pay and stuff like that. Um, but to me, man, Sabu just really he influenced a lot of people, man. I think, he was trained. He trained out there in Michigan. He trained the likes of he trained Rob Van Dam. He trained from the original Sheik. Um, and he's been all over the place. New Japan, ECW, WWE. He's done a lot of local events. I think I met him. It's like I want to say 7 years ago, probably like 2018. Um, because my workplace at the time, man, they had us go out there to Evansville, and I saw this local wrestling event, because I went to a few of them when I was down there, and I can't remember the name of the local event, but they had Sabu, Raven, and I believe Sandman. So I met um I met Sabu. I met all three of them. I believe, and I think Sabu was with his wife at the time, and I met Raven, and there was just guys I really always wanted to meet, and they was cool. Sabu was always cool, calm and collective guy, and it was just it was such a nice event and a cool event, and man, you just never know when the last time you're gonna see some of these guys, man. Just like with Bray Wyatt, like I never thought that the passing of Bray Wyatt happened. I think a year or two after I met him. So I'm like, oh man. So I still got that picture and remember having a talk with him uh at the autographs thing, but I never got a chance to really, chop it up with Sabu. I know a lot of people was trying to meet him and stuff like that. They only give us a limit of meeting people. But I just remembered that, man. I believe that was the last time, or maybe I saw him one more time or whatever. But I always thought, man, I'm like, man, um, you just never know. And he had a legendary career in ECW, man. He just a world champion, tag team champion. was one of the pillars and the um the wars with uh WCW and WWE. Was part of that alliance with what was going on there. And he put Michigan on the map. Him and Rob Van Dam put Michigan on the map, man. He influenced a lot of Michigan wrestlers, trained a lot of Michigan wrestlers, and just supported Michigan, man. He came to a lot of Michigan events, man. Even though he's from India, uh, from Staten Island, New York. So East Coast wrestling, ECW, Philly area. It was just a match made in heaven with that. And Paul Heyman influenced a lot of people in ECW and in wrestling, still to this day. But the passing of Sabu, it just, man, I don't know, man. It just, I was just so surprised at that, man. I'm still shocked at it. Um, but gotta just his career, man. He's had a heck of a career. So as you can see, um, in his time, um, 61, died at 61, born in Staten Island, birth name Terrence Michael Brink. Um, he became a two-time ECW heavyweight champion, one-time television champion. Remember them feuds he had with Taz and Rob Van Dam and Sandman and all them. Um, and then with him coming out with Bill Alfonso, man, that was something else too. He went by the names of the Great Sabu, Sabu the Elephant Man, Samu, Terry S.R., Terry Snooker or Sooker. Is that what it is? Snooker? Terry Brink, Sabu of the Jungle. So he was 6 feet 235. Built from, say he was born in Staten Island, and he was billed from Bombay, Michigan, Bombay, India, Saudi Arabia, trained by the Sheik. And he debuted 40 years. So he's been wrestling for 40 years. 40 years. So he was trained by his uncle, Ed the Sheik Farad, who was originally trained to be a technical wrestler. So, he started off in 85. I think I was like 4 years old in 85. So went down there, wrestled in various independent promotions in Memphis, Michigan, Ohio, Canada, and Hawaii. He was in the USWA, um, WWE, Frontier, martial arts wrestling for 3 years, ECW, Eastern and ECW for like 3 years or 2 years. Even with him, uh, New Japan went to New Japan for a stint, WCW for a stint, All Japan. Um, returned to ECW for another 5 years. Team with Rob Van Dam. He was independent circuit for 2000 to 2002. World Wrestling All Stars, Frontier. Was at TNA for about 4 years. WWE for a year. Let me see. Independent circuit for 3 years. Juggalo Championship Wrestling. For those of y'all that don't know what Juggalo Championship Wrestling is, it's a organization that ICP came up with. So he came up with that. Think Violent J. But it's a Clown Pussy came up with that wrestling organization, Juggalo Championship Wrestling. So he was there for about 4 years. Returned to TNA in 2010. Then been in the independent circuit for 9 years. Uh, was in Impact 2019. Then final appearances. I believe he had a retirement match. Man, he just had a retirement match last month, April April 18th, 2025, against GCW, Joey Janela, Spring Break. So man, that was crazy. That was crazy. He had was it to say in 23, May 24, 23, Sabu made his debut in All Elite Wrestling on Dynamite. It was revealed that he would come out of retirement for a one-off in the corner of Adam Cole alongside Roderick Strong during an Ascension match with Chris Jericho. So yeah, wrestled his last match April 18th, 2025. And unfortunately, his passing, um, man, 61 years old, man. Damn. Suicidal, homicidal, genocidal, death-defying maniac. Man, he did a lot of things in the wrestling world, man. Um, man, BCW champion, Border City heavyweight champion, ECW champion, FTW, World Television, World Tag Team, King of the Hill, the second ECW Triple Crown champion, European champion, Frontier, Hardcore Hall of Fame in 2009, Indie Wrestler Hall of Fame in 2024, IWC Tag Team Champion, it's a Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Champion 2 times, Juggalo Championship Heavyweight Champion once, Main Event Championship Florida, New Japan Junior Heavyweight 1 time, Junior Light Heavyweight, Pro Wrestling All Stars of Detroit, Cruiserweight, Holland, man, ranked top 5 in the top 500 in 95, ranked 86 in the top 500 in 2003. I mean, man, it's a lot of, we won a lot of titles, man. He won a whole lot of titles over the years. And you got to respect that. The hardcore scene in the 90s, early 2000s, man, was crazy. ECW still is always going to have a impact in pro wrestling. A lot of the things that they've done have not been done. The every match on the tables match, cheers, blood, cage matches. You see a lot of stuff go on. Like ECW, man, has some interesting people on there. The Sabus, the Tommy Dreamers, the Rob Van Dams, the New Jacks, the Dudleys, the Eliminators, Jack Victory, um, Balls Mahoney, the Rotten Brothers, Vic Grimes, Just Incredible, Mike Awesome, um, man, just name a few. ECW, Mikey Ripwreck. You know what I'm saying? Tommy Rich. A lot of guys, man. It was interesting. It was something different. It was something new. Rey Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero, Dean Malenko. You know what I'm saying? It was different. It was different wrestling, but it was exciting. It was just so much excitement. You haven't seen that much blood and tables and flips, and Too Cold Scorpio is one of my favorite wrestlers on there. I was always a fan of Too Cold. I thought he was a guy who was different and did a lot of moves nobody else was doing. So, man, it was wonderful. Terry Funk, and you remember the match he had with Terry Funk, barbed wire match. Always gonna remember, and his arm. I remember the barbed wire got caught in his arm, like in his bicep, and it like ripped his bicep, like literally ripped. If y'all go on YouTube and look at that match, his whole bicep like literally tore apart, damn near fell apart. As this is how tough Sabu was. He used duct tape and like spin it around and did like this to it to keep it attached throughout the whole match. That's how tough Sabu was. You got the whole bicep is like literally falling apart, coming apart, dangling down, and you're taping it right back up during a match. That's insane. That's genocidal, homicidal, suicidal right there. That's how different Sabu was. He's had a lot of injuries, went through a lot of tables, went through a lot of um, flips. I think one time, and I know this is a person that has been outlawed in wrestling, but he was always one of my favorite wrestlers. But I don't condone what he's done, what he did. It's Chris Benoit. When Chris Benoit broke his neck, he was pissed about that. He was very pissed about that. And still went out there and still did crazy stuff, man. So um always have love and admiration for someone like that. I have all the respect of anybody that wrestled in ECW, especially guys like Sabu and Rob Van Dam and the Dudleys. And Mick Foley and Terry Funk and all them. And it's just anybody who wrestled during that time and went through so much pain and just chair shots and tables and, you know, cheese grated and all, and losing that much blood. If you still surviving that and you still walking right, more power to you. And then with Sabu, I got respect because he lasted so many years, man. Even through the health problems he had, he still went 100% with everything. And I respect that. Sabu, I respect you. The wrestling business respects you. Your family respects you. Your friends respect you. Shout out for Busted Open, man. Bully and Mark Henry and Tommy Dreamer and everybody there. Dave LaGreca, Thunder Rosa, Mickey James, everybody that's involved in that show, man, that did a tribute to Sabu. And it was wonderful, man. They was talking about stories that they had with him and Sandman too. So they was talking about a lot of stories with Sabu. Um, but always had respect for him. Um, wish I could have met him again, but hey, man, it happens, man. But like I said, prayers go out to Sabu and his family and friends and his wife and everybody that loved him. Praying for y'all. Keep y'all heads up, man. He's in a good place. And just got to live through the times that we had him here. You know what I'm saying? But on that note, y'all tell me what y'all think about Sabu. The type in, the memories, the favorite matches, everything that he's been involved in, the training, everything. But definitely put that down in the comment box, man. Tell me what y'all think about him, the respect, the craziness. Did he live up to his name? Um, did you see him live in wrestling? Have you met him? Just talk about that. I would love to know y'all thoughts on that, man, and on this topic. R.I.P. Sabu. Always will be missed, man. You a Michigan legend, and you're a wrestling legend. Always and forever. To the New Breed 313 Sports. Like and subscribe to the channel. Tell me what y'all think about Sabu and the legacy that he had in the game. So y'all let me know. Until then, man, I'ma holler at y'all. Peace out.